Hi, welcome to another on-demand training from the Office of Online and Distance Learning with Carson-Newman University. Today we're going to be going over copying our courses. We'll be copying one course from your sandbox to a full course. We'll look at how to copy just parts of a course to another course. Please note that you can only copy your own courses. If you'd like to share an entire course or sandbox with another professor, you'll either have to put them in the course as a teacher so that they can own the course as well and copy it, or simply just email odl@cn.edu and we'd be glad to copy it for you. We have two courses. One that is complete. It has everything in it that we want, and we want to pass it on to another course. So let's look at how easy it is to take this completed course and copy it over into a blank course. Now, remember, we're copying the full course here. So what we want to start with is the name of the course. Okay, we want to know exactly which term it's found in. It could be a sandbox course, it could be an actual term course. Probably the easier way to do it, to narrow it down, is to copy this number up here in the URL. That's the number of this course in Canvas. So I'm going to remember 2511. And I'll go back to my dashboard, and I'm going to go into the course that I want to copy it into. Now this is a complete blank course with no template, and we'll be going over that as well. If there's a template that's already in your course, how you'll want to start either from scratch or use the new template homepage. We're going to go into settings, and again, remember, we're doing the entire course. So it's going to copy that course over completely. I want to come down into settings, make sure I'm in the right course, and then I'm going to come over and import course content. You'll have several choices in this drop-down area of what kind of content to import. This one's real easy. We're copying a Canvas course. And like I said, you can put the name of the course in if you know exactly what it is. And there I find it that's the course I want to copy. But let me show you the other way where we're going to put in the number that we either copied or memorized from the course that we're copying. And it found right away that course. Now don't be surprised if it may bring up one more course if it's very similar in number. But you're going to find that since it's one of your own courses, it should just pop the one you want right up there. So I'm going to select that course. And under content, I'm going to select all content. Now, this will also include any announcements that you put in. So you may not want to do that. And if not, stay tuned for step 2 or the other option where we select the materials. You'll notice that here we've got adjust events and due dates. When I select that, I can either shift dates or remove dates. And I want to change my beginning date to coincide with what the previous one was if I'm going to use this option. So for example, if my course in the fall started 1 week before the actual term, I want to count exactly 1 week before the actual term and put that date in as the beginning date, because it shifts the dates according to the beginning of the course date or the section date. So I'll go ahead and put in when I want to shift that to. I usually open my courses about a week early. I guess the beginning date in this one was that. I want to do it over here, sorry. Okay, about a week early there. And I usually end my term about a week or two after the end of the semester. And that's all there is. We go ahead and hit import. It will queue it up. Now, depending on the time of day and how busy Canvas is how long this will take. Usually it copies it over within about a minute. It's pretty quick. So let's take a look at what our copied course looks like. Okay, after it was done running, we're going to take a look at what the course looks like, but I do want you to note that here it was completed, but there was one issue. So always take a look at any issues, and there's a missing link found in the imported content. So there must be something in there that needed to be brought over that wasn't available, and it had something to do with the home page. Okay, I'll dig deeper into that, but usually it comes across with no issues whatsoever. If you're having a problem with it and want to find out some help with what the issue might be, if you come up with those, just again, email odl@cn.edu and we'll be able to investigate further. But here I'm going to come to the home page. And this is what the issue was. The one I copied from into the one that I copied to had different home pages, different looking home pages, so it referenced something a little bit different. But it's not a big deal. It copied everything over. If I go to my modules, it copied all my modules over. Now, if you hard-coded any dates, okay, if you hard-coded any dates in your module titles or your assignment titles, it won't have changed those. You'll need to go in and change those yourselves. But it did go ahead and it changed my due dates here. You'll notice that it counted from the beginning of the spring semester instead of the fall semester and went ahead and changed those dates. So that's all there is to copying an entire course over. Now let's take a look at how to copy just parts of a course to my other course. Okay, so this time if we go into the course that we want to copy into, we'll notice that there's a course template there. And if we want to keep this template, that's great. This is one of the ways that you can do that. You're going to go in and choose specific content from your other course to copy over. Maybe you just don't want the announcements. So let's take a look at how to copy from the good course, the one that's completed, into the one that is blank. Because you'll notice if I go in here to modules, the only thing that's in here are the course template modules. So let's go back out to our dashboard. Again, we want to find the name of the course that we're copying, and just to kind of go over that again, you can use this number. So 2511 is what I'm looking at. That's the way I like to do it personally. You can either just type in the name of the course or that number. Either way it will work if you can find the right course. So I'm going to go into Human Resource Management over here, which is my blank course. Again, I'm going to go to Settings and Import Course Content. I'm going to copy a Canvas course. Again, put in the name of the course or the number, and it finds it. You're going to select it. And this time, instead of all content, I want to select specific content. I can still adjust events and due dates. Okay, I can still adjust those if in fact, I'm copying all my assignments and all my modules and anything that has a to-do in it. So I do want to make sure I change that beginning date. Okay, again, you want to change it to exactly the number of days before and after the course that you're copying was set to. So mine was set to about 2 weeks there, so I'm going to hit done. And now I'm going to select import. And you're thinking, well, how can I select import if I haven't selected my content? So this is a little where people kind of get afraid and give us a call anyways. But when I select import content, it says waiting for selection. And now I select my content. And I can bring over the course settings if I've changed the grade scheme. If I've changed different due dates or anything, I might want to select course settings. I may want to select my syllabus body because maybe I have a great generic syllabus that I want to bring over. I definitely want to bring all my modules over. Well, let's take a look. Yeah, I don't need the Canvas overview and resources, right? Because that's already in the template course. Okay, I do want to bring over my assignments, my quizzes, and hey, if you're going to bring over your quizzes, don't forget to bring over your question banks. Okay, because we found some issues if you don't do that. Maybe we want all our discussions. I don't want all my pages because remember, I don't want the home page. So I want to actually come down here and maybe select which pages I'm actually going to be using. Now the template already has some of these, so I don't need those. I don't need some of these that have to do with Canvas and support. But I do want to come down through and select that I'm bringing all these pages across. Okay, I want about your instructor. Now that one we will see that we'll have to change because there's a template, but I do want to bring that across because it's already got my information there. Let's see, I got a bunch of them. So sometimes it's easier if you just select all and then go through and unselect the ones that you don't necessarily need. It's usually a lot quicker. Because you'll notice that this course has a lot of pages, and there's that home page I don't want to bring across. And there we go. I want to make sure my rubrics come across, and definitely bring your files. If you don't bring your files across, the students are going to get some notifications that they aren't not authorized to view what it is that you've asked them to click on. So that's it. I'm going to select the content. Again, it's queuing up and it will take just a minute, so we'll wait and come back when that's completed. Okay, so we've imported the content, and let's take a look at modules. That's usually the first thing I take a look at and make sure that my lessons and everything came across. Looks like they all did. Good job, and it does. You'll notice that the dates did change according to the dates that I had put on for adjustment. Now, remember when we selected about your instructor? Well, this about your instructor for the template, if I select that, it takes you to a generic page that's not filled out. Let me show you how you fix that. You're going to go down to Pages, and you'll view all pages. And you'll notice that you've got two about your instructor pages. This is the one that came over with the template, and this is the one that you brought over when you imported the course. So we want to get rid of the template one, and then we want to rename the one that you brought over. So I'll go ahead and edit that and just take the -2 off of there and save. And now let's go back home and see what happens. Now when we select about your instructor, it takes you to the right page. So that's how easy it is to copy, and copy small things, significant things that you want from one course to another. If you have any questions though, don't forget odl@cn.edu. Thanks.